Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Valentina. If you're new here, this channel is all about lifestyle, beauty, and sometimes skincare. If that's something that might interest you, please consider subscribing. On today's video, we're going to talk about acne and how I cover my acne, or how I do like to cover acne, how I do it on myself, and how I do it on my clients when I have to do makeup on a client with acne. So without any further ado, let's get into the video. I wanted to show you these patches. So these are the CosRx Acne Pimple Master Patch. These ones are great. So lately I had these hormonal breakouts. I thought they were purging from new products that I've been using, but then considering the size and how they look like, they don't look like purging pimples. They look like hormonal acne. That is what I've been dealing with lately. It's something that came up the last I would say couple of weeks. Most of the times my skin is fine because I did have acne before. I know how it looks like. I haven't been wearing makeup at all, I would say, because I'm working a lot from home. We have to wear a mask. I'd rather not have any makeup. Anyway, let's crack on. I'll show you the products that I do like to use when it comes to cover acne. And as you can see, like, basically my whole skin is fine. The only issue that I have is with this. So I'm not gonna put a very heavy foundation all over my skin because there's no point. I actually do like when the foundation is very sheer and it actually looks like you're not wearing anything. It looks like your skin. Products that I do like to use for covering acne are the Makeup Forever Full Cover Extreme Camouflage Cream, and this is waterproof. Then I've got this palette by NYX. This one is very nice. The cover of these concealers is very good. I do like that there's different colors. MAC, this is the same idea as the MAC concealer palette. And then I like to use the Dermacol foundation. I use this foundation. I think I talk about using this foundation as a concealer instead of a foundation, because I did try it as a foundation, and for like as beautiful as the skin looks when you use this foundation is also very heavy, because if I'm not wrong, this foundation is being formulated to look awesome when you're on a stage and you're a theater actor. For a day-to-day thing, I think this is way too much. Otherwise, Vichy and Dermablend paired up, you find it at Boots or Superdrugs. Those products are absolutely amazing. There's a concealer, the foundation, and the powder as well. I target the pimples, and I like to do this type of concealing before I apply the foundation. I'm gonna use the Makeup Forever Full Cover Concealer. You don't need much of this. I get a fluffy brush, and I get a fluffy brush because like that I sort of deposit the product and then I blend it. This is my super duper problematic area, so I go on top, and this obviously is the technique that I use for any type of acne. Once I had to do a bridal makeup, and she had very bad acne, bless her. I could feel for her because obviously it's your wedding day and you want to look at your best, and she was so conscious. And again, I could understand her because when I had my first acne outburst, I was so self-conscious of that acne that I had no pictures taken for months. I'm very delicate with this. I want to cover, but I don't want it to look like I'm wearing a mask. And I do love this concealer. This is actually a concealer that I did take from my mom's makeup bag many years ago, and then I bought it again when I started to build my makeup kit, my professional makeup kit, and I got it in many different colors. So as you can see, obviously you can see way less than before. You can still see that there's a little bit of a bump here. When we're gonna go on top with the foundation, it's gonna look very nice and even. And you know, it's a bit of a patience job which is like patient normally is not something that I do have that much. But I also find it very relaxing when it comes to do this. And I do like this concealer because the moment it dries, it sets. So these ones are not actual active pimples, they're more like marks. There you go. I'm lucky that at the moment I don't have that much. I did work on girls that had like more severe acne, and you know, sometimes it takes me like half an hour just to cover the pimples, but because I want it to be basically seamless, and really like I'm working on a very even skin, and then I just have to put the foundation on top. That's why it takes me a little bit longer, but then it's so worth it. And you don't want to go like super heavy with the amount of product that you put on top of your pimple, because you know, you put more stuff on top, so it's more volume. So that's why I'm being like very, very delicate with the amount of product that I put on top, and I blend it very well because I don't want extra texture on top of an area that already has its own texture. I have a sunspot here. I'm going to cover as well. Now we go with foundation. As foundation, I'm using the NYX Bear With Me Tinted Skin Veil. I like this one because again, it's a lightweight foundation. It's more sort of a BB cream. I'm going with a sponge and I'm really working it on the back of my hand. I'm not applying this foundation with a brush because I don't want to move the concealer that is underneath. I barely have any foundation in this area here because like my skin is clear. I'm really working it on the back of my hand because I don't want too much product on the actual sponge. And I'm being very, very delicate around the area where I did all the concealing. I'm gonna do my under eye, and this is still the concealer from Primark because honestly it's very, very good. I'm gonna go and buy different colors, and this is going in my makeup kit. Powder. You have to set all the work, especially that you did here. I'm using the Laura Mercier translucent powder. I'm taking a very tiny brush. I press where I did the majority of the work, so over here. But like I press, when I say press, I mean like this. I'm not gonna wipe it around my cheek because otherwise I'm gonna move everything around. Now that I've done all the powder as well, I'm spraying this moisture mist. This is the Nu Skin Moisture Mist. Same disclaimer every time I do talk about Nu Skin products. I am a brand affiliate with Nu Skin. It means that I get a percentage for each product that I do sell. This is just a product that I do generally use on a daily basis. Because I put a bit more of powder, although like I didn't go very heavy with it, I'm gonna spray the moisture mist. It sort of helps the powder to melt into my skin a little bit better. I'm gonna finish my makeup and then I'm gonna be right back. And there you go, guys. So this is how I cover my acne. I did a very quick makeup. When I was applying the bronzer and the blush, I was more like sort of stamping it like very, very lightly, and then I went over the top with the sponge to blend it, again not to disturb all of the concealing work that I did underneath. I always have my concealer brush in hand, and then sometimes I do go over the top because if the concealer is moving around, and then you can always go back. That is the thing with makeup, you can always go back and do the last touch-ups if you see that there's still something that needs a little bit of concealing. My advice, if you have acne, don't go over the top with a full cover foundation, because it's just gonna be like very heavy and it's just gonna create more texture all over the skin. This is how I cover acne, and for myself and for my client. And this is it for today's video, guys. I hope you did enjoy it. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and ring the little bell down below so you're gonna be notified every time I do upload a new video once a week. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you again soon. Mwah. Bye.